I think it's fair to say that Pierre Gasly has had a very good 2020 season so far. Although I will say that when you look back at Pierre Gasly's relatively short career in Formula 1, it's definitely been a roller coaster ride so far. And I feel like in 2020 he has reached a very critical point where he needs to make a decision as to whether or not sticking with the Red Bull family and the AlphaTauri Red Bull dynamic is really the best thing for him going forward in his career. And that is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Aldas, and if you do enjoy my content, then don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to check out my social medias. Instagram and Twitter will be above. But guys, let's get into this one. Now, I've been waiting to do a video talking about Pierre Gasly for quite a while because recently I did a video looking at my two biggest surprises so far of 2020, and I said that in my opinion they have been Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris, although I did say in that video that I am going to do a dedicated video looking at Pierre Gasly because there is no doubt that he has also been one of the biggest surprises of 2020 so far, just the way he has bounced back after 2019, a very roller coaster season after starting the year on such a high, being at Red Bull, obviously up against Max Verstappen, the opportunity for podiums and even race wins, and obviously if you did well enough, maybe even championships in the future. And then the fact that he couldn't quite cope with the pressure, couldn't quite glue with the car and really get the maximum out of it that he needed to. Obviously getting dropped midway through the season was a massive mental punch in the stomach, but the way he bounced back at the end of 2019 I think was absolutely phenomenal. We just saw that he was so much more comfortable in that team. He was able to be the Pierre Gasly that we know and love, the guy that has so much talent, and we know that one day in the right car could be a race winner. And of course, his entire 2019 was capped off with that amazing podium after an incredible race at the 2019 Brazilian Grand Prix, which was absolutely well deserved. And just hearing his raw emotions once he crossed the line, it was just so kind of wholesome and so amazing to hear, because I think all of the community loves Pierre Gasly. He's such a great guy, and it was very difficult to see him not performing to his best at Red Bull, although it is great to see him now in 2020 back up to his best and getting better and better and better almost every single race, and really leading the AlphaTauri team, the #1 driver, dominating his teammates so far, and really giving Red Bull a massive headache looking into the future. Now, when you look at Pierre Gasly in 2020 and specifically where he is in the title standings, if you told me, or if you told anyone last year that Pierre Gasly would be in between Carlos Sainz and Sebastian Vettel in 2020, I would not have believed it. But yeah, I think it just speaks to the craziness of the 2020 season so far. But nevertheless, Pierre has been one of the most outstanding drivers in a car that really is not quite up there with the best of them in the midfield. The AlphaTauri is not as good as the Racing Point or the Renault or the McLaren. So the fact that Pierre Gasly is at the moment in 12th place and really having some outstanding performances like last time out in Belgium, yeah, he is just leading that team by example. He has just once again got that swagger and confidence back, which we love to see, and he is driving with that confidence, and we can see it with his overtaking like we saw at Spa, where he was just able to glide through the field up to a 8th place finish, which was well deserved after a bit of a difficult strategy. And it's just that sort of confidence that is going to carry on throughout the season, no doubt, and it's that sort of confidence that is giving Red Bull a massive headache, because obviously they dropped him last year and of course in favor for Alexander Albon, although Albon himself is now struggling in 2020, not as much as Pierre was last year, but struggling nevertheless and not getting the maximum out of that car. So yeah, this is the really kind of big talking point at the moment with regards to Red Bull, what their driver lineup should be. We know of course that Max Verstappen is a lock for Red Bull in the next couple of years unless there is a massive opportunity somewhere else, but as far as who goes up against Max, that is still very much up for question, because of course Alexander Albon isn't having the best 2020 so far. Should Red Bull go back to Pierre Gasly? That's something that a lot of people have been talking about, considering how good Pierre has been. Or should they look outside of the Red Bull family at someone like Nico Hülkenberg or Sergio Perez in the future to drive alongside Max Verstappen? So this is why I think that Pierre Gasly is in a very important stage in his career, and I do believe that the next move that he makes, whether it's to stay with the Red Bull family or to leave somewhere else, will define the rest of his career. Because at the moment, I genuinely believe that Pierre is kind of stuck in no man's land, just in the middle of nowhere, because if he stays with Red Bull and does get that promotion, if Alexander Albon does not improve, towards the end of the season, and if he does get that promotion for 2021, what happens if he just goes back to his old self and once again loses his mojo, loses that confidence, loses his speed, and it all just comes crashing down yet again like it did in 2019. He underperforms, comes nowhere near to Max Verstappen, and it's almost like we're back to square one. And that really worries me because I know that Pierre Gasly, we all know that Pierre Gasly is a good driver, someone who, again, as I said earlier in the video, in the right car one day will be capable of race wins in my opinion. Maybe not championships, I don't think he's on that level, but no doubt he will be a great driver, and I do think that perhaps going away from Red Bull to a new team is the best option for him, because I really look back at someone like Carlos Sainz, again an ex-Red Bull driver who, when he went separate ways, he had that kind of strange year at Renault where he was kind of still part of Red Bull but also at the same time kind of looking to leave, and when he landed at McLaren for 2019, his team, his own team, no more kind of pressure from Helmut Marko or Christian Horner or Red Bull, he was a different man, he was a different driver, and really finally got to show us his true talent and excelled up against Lando Norris, leading the team, being the #1 driver, the experienced driver. And I genuinely believe that that move and having that freedom at McLaren to be his own man is why he had the incredible 2019 season that he had, why he then subsequently got the move to Ferrari. And even if you think about it as fans from our perspective, how did you think about Carlos Sainz before McLaren and how do you think about him now? I mean, he's just risen up so much as a driver, his stock has risen up so much, and I think partly that is due to the fact that he left Red Bull and became his own man at his own team and was able to find the best out of himself as a driver. So going back to Pierre and the decision that he has to make in 2020, again, I kind of go back to this. I feel like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's stuck in the middle. He's stuck in the middle of nowhere because I don't feel like he should stay at Red Bull. I feel like his time here is done. He wasn't able to make it work at Red Bull the first time. And Red Bull is one of those teams that if it doesn't work the first time, it's probably not going to work the second, especially if Max Verstappen keeps getting better and better. He's just never going to have the opportunity to be a #1 driver at Red Bull. However, at the same time, there is no opportunity at the moment for Pierre Gasly to move to another team. Every single team pretty much has their driver lineup set either for next year or even the next couple of years. There's only a few little spots there and there, and the only realistic options for next year are Alfa Romeo and Haas, because although Mercedes do have a spot for next year, no doubt of course Lewis Hamilton will re-sign his contract eventually. So for next year, he really does not have a lot of options, and that is why I think he's just in a very tricky kind of space. He's going to have to just continue going along with AlphaTauri, doing the best he can and possibly looking for opportunities elsewhere on the grid. But here's the thing about Formula One, we have so many young guys, so much young talent, even in Formula 2 right now, that you can't afford to just stay at the same team and keep doing what you're doing, expecting an opportunity to come your way, because we have the likes of Robert Schwartzman, we have the likes of Mick Schumacher, Callum Ilott, Huan Yu, so many great young talents that are going to be in Formula One in the future. And very soon, if Pierre Gasly does not make his own way in Formula One, he will be overtaken by lots of these young guys, and we'll look back at Pierre Gasly as a what-if driver. What if he left Red Bull and AlphaTauri for a different team? What could his career have been if he did leave AlphaTauri and Red Bull? And I just don't want that to happen to Pierre Gasly, because he is too good of a driver and just such a nice guy as well. I want to see him do well, and to be honest, I really do want to see him at another team. But again, his options are closed for 2021. All of the teams are pretty much done and set with their driver lineups, not just for next year, but the next couple of years. And as far as Red Bull, again, there are just so many questions, so many unknowns. How much better will he be if he does return alongside Max Verstappen? Will he be happy to play second fiddle to a driver of Max's quality? And is that really what he wants from his F1 career? So yeah, once again, a massive year for Pierre Gasly, not just because of his on-track performances, but also because of the decisions that he's going to have to make off-track as well. And I want to know what you guys think. What do you think Pierre Gasly should do going forward? Again, he's in a very tough situation because it just seems like there's more doors closing than there are opening, and I just don't want to see Pierre Gasly being left out or being one of the what-if drivers in the history of Formula One, because I know he's a great driver, you know he's a great driver, but what should his next move be in Formula One for his career? Well guys, there you go. That is my video looking at Pierre Gasly and the really strange situation that he is in so far. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think he should stick with Red Bull and kind of ride it out and maybe again just kind of be at the top team and appreciate how good it is to be at a team like Red Bull? Or do you think he should try somehow to go to a different team, even maybe if it means going down a step in terms of, going below AlphaTauri? Will it be worth it for him in the long run? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and hope you did enjoy this video. And if you did, then don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to check out my social medias. Instagram and Twitter will be above. But guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.